Hey everyone, something a little bit different today. We're going to do some mindful doodling. So this is a good one for if you're feeling fidgety and you want to have a mindfulness practice for the day, or maybe long term you're always fidgety, you have trouble being inside your own mind, you have a tough time, you know, that classic, I can't get my thoughts to stop. This is a great way to still be mindful, but no need to sit still or try to get your thoughts to stop. We're just aware of the flow of thoughts as we go. So here's how we do it. We'll do some mindful doodling, and we're going to start by tracing our hands. I recommend tracing your non-dominant hand. So I'm right-handed. My left hand is going to trace my right hand. This is supposed to wake up so if I'm doing my left hand is moving, it's supposed to wake up the right side of my brain. If your right hand is moving, it's supposed to wake up the right side of your brain, and both sides work together. So by doing this kind of thing, we can actually make both sides work together a bit better. It helps if you stick your tongue out a bit while you do it. It helps to concentrate. And as we're going, we could inhale as we go up to the top of the finger, and then exhale as we go down. And you might like to go back and just cover off any areas that you missed. Fill in any holes, neaten it up a little bit. And that's not the most important part. The most important part is that we're mindful as we go. So take your time, don't let me rush you. But once you are done tracing your hand, we'll have something like this you probably remember from school, and we're going to fill in all of our various digits and our palm. So here's what we'll start with. In our thumb, give yourself a thumbs up. So this can be an item of gratitude, something that you like about yourself. So you don't have to draw. You could, if you like, you can draw something, or you could just write in words or a sentence something that you like. You may like to put, I like my blank, or I am so grateful for my blank. Giving yourself a mindful thumbs up. If nothing comes to mind, feel free to keep doing some doodles in and around the area. Once we're ready to move on, feel free to pause the video at any point to spend more time on a certain section. We're going to write your number one priority in your first finger. So your number one priority goes in here. And you might even like to write two priorities, because sometimes what happens is we say, oh, my number one priority is my family. And then you look at how many hours a day you spend with your family, and apparently it's not your number one priority. So you can write two here. You can write your number one priority as you wish it were in your mind. I wish my family were my number one priority. They are. I just can't seem to make that happen. And then it may be of use for you to also put in your first finger what is your actual priority. So if you spend 16 hours a day scrolling Instagram, we're going to go ahead and give that an honorable mention in here. All right, so the choice is yours, your number one priority, or if you would like to write two, if you feel like you're in conflict between your desired priority and what you're actually spending your time doing. Feel free to write for as long as you like, or when you're done, we could fill the time with some little mindful doodles on the page. And let's move on to a dislike. So we're at our middle finger, something that is causing you some kind of resistance at this point. Your dislike in your middle finger. Something that maybe you are pushing against or struggling with. Take as long as you like, and if you're done early, I can do some little mindful doodles on the page. Might like to draw spirals or stars like me. Maybe you like to draw something else. We'll move on to our ring finger, something you love, something you absolutely love goes in your ring finger. It does not have to be a romantic love. It could be something that has big sentimental value for you. When I say, what do you love? What comes to mind first? Big or small, whatever it is that warms your heart. And feel free to write as many things in there as you would like. And then we have our little pinky finger, a vow, a promise or a pinky swear that you would like to make to yourself now. It may have something to do with one of your other things that's come up, or it might be entirely unrelated. A promise or a vow, some resolve that you would like to make. And the best way to state it, I would say, is to write it in the present tense. So to write for your vow something like, rather than I wish I were relaxed, right? I am relaxed, or I welcome relaxation into my life. So I would say put this in an I statement in the present tense. I just wrote the letter I here. Take as long as you like with any of these, of course, but our last one is our palm, and a palm leaf can often be a peace offering, and often we show our palms when we mean, I do no harm, something we're making peace with. Again, it may have something to do with your other digits on the page, maybe one of your dislikes, or perhaps someone you love. I am making peace with the parts of them that are more difficult, or whatever your dislike was for your middle finger. I am making peace for that area of resistance in my life. So our palm is our peace offering. So take as long as you like with this. Of course, I'm just going to hold this up so you can see. I did my little doodles around while I was just pausing for time. We have our like, our priority, our dislike, whatever it is that you love, 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 a vow with an I statement, and then our peace offering. You may like to begin and end this practice with a moment of breathing, option to close the eyes and rest into stillness. I hope you liked this one. Come back to it as often as you want. Namaste.